Okay, so we have stacked up here our 3 volumes worth of comics that we're going to be binding. As I mentioned before, you want to make sure that your comics are in the correct order because they will be permanently sewn together in that way. So you can't be too sure. Measure 56 times, cut once. So I have my spreadsheet that I showed earlier on another video, I think, up. So it shows the order. Spider-Woman, this is mostly season 3 of Werewolf by Night podcast. Spider-Woman 6, Spider-Woman 19, MTU 93, Spider-Woman 32. This one can be a little hard to find sometimes because of Frank Miller cover. See here is well under 2 inches, so we're good. Then you go to Hushin's website, you get one of these, print out one of these little forms. Binding method, I have to look this stuff up again. I don't remember. I think it's DFAB. It asks if you want to round off the edges. I do trim extras. You can put in like a ribbon, like a book placeholder, ribbon. Bands, dust jacket. I fucking hate dust jackets, so no thank you. I choose the color from their list of options. What the foil lettering coloring is. So like on that hex, it was silver on black. So they don't offer that, but maybe they do. Die stamps, again, like I was mentioning, like that shadow one, if that was an existing one they had, you could choose it. But I haven't done it with Hushin yet. You can have them make a new die stamp for you for like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. I can't remember what it costs. Panel lines. That's like additional, like on the shadow where it said like the shadow and there's a bar above and below it, creator names, and then bars around the die cast of the shadow. I think that's what that means. And it's just like $1. I think like all the stuff's $1. Like the ribbon's probably like $2 or $3. Your information, the title of this volume. And again, I don't remember on these guys if you can do the thing like I said where, say, write it horizontally along the thing and just make it as big as you physically can. I haven't worked with these guys in that way yet. That was the previous people that I used that I did that with, and they got bought out. So by Hushin. Yeah, so like I said, there's a template you can use if you want to design your own stuff. I think this company even offers like you can pay a graphic designer to make you a thing, so you can send them like reference art and say like, here's, you know, Batman and the Outsiders cover volume 1 PNG, like make a high def version of this, whatever. I'm sure it gets expensive crazy. And then you just draw in here like Werewolf by Night volume 4 for me is what it's going to be. Hopefully I can match that green a little bit and use the same brown, but whatever. If not, it doesn't matter because it's a totally different binder and whatever. So there's that one. So I'll fill that out. I'll put that on here. So this is the point where you might want to introduce some packing materials. This is why I was saving all those cardboard boxes, which is stupid because I'm an adult and I know that I can just buy a box for $4 and you don't have to hold on to garbage for 2 years, which I basically ended up doing. But so yeah, I would cut these out and then lovingly place them in here with my filled out form on top, and I would probably cut this to match, just with a little bit, like a ½ inch on either side of extra room lip. And I would cut this one to size as well. And then once you put those together and they're both at the right size, I'd bind them with a rubber band, probably the top and the bottom. And so they'd just be like their own little palette of comics with their order form all ready to go. So that is how you prep a volume. Okay, so I have sorted all of my stuff out into its individual piles. I've removed the backs, the boards, the bags, triple check that they're in the right order. And then I just mentioned that I often ship these in cardboard just to kind of keep them all together. So there's that, and we'll take a look at one of these forms that I filled out. So as you can see here, I chose the DFAB, which is the one that I thought, because it opens so wide and nicely. Rounding the spines just looks nice, I guess. Trim, I like the neatness of having the extra length trimmed off, which if it's a shorter cut book, sometimes it can kind of get pretty close to the art on the shorter edged pages, but it's worth it to me. So I did have a couple. I think I have one or two that I might have left them untrimmed, and it's a choice. So extras, yeah, I don't have any extras. I didn't really want anything. And this is for the Werewolf by Night. My Portland Darkhold is green with brown. I thought, well, since this is not the official book anymore, let's do it brown with green, flip it up so they kind of complement each other, like our mirror versions of each other. So I did the green foil. Nothing else really on here. If you do the graphic stuff, you can provide a cover to them. They can design a cover for you. You do the premium thing where they put, just like an omnibus, where they put all the covers on the back and have a whole custom designed thing. On the spine, they'll put the publisher's die stamp, the creator names on it, the whole 9 yards. You can do all that stuff. However, I'm doing vanilla. So it just says Werewolf by Night, sideways, and 4, because that's similar to my other ones. So I just take this one, and this is, I don't know if this is overkill or not, but this is me. This is how I do it because I worry about this stuff. Tape it up in here, so, or not tape, they said don't use tape. Rubber band it in here so it's safe. I did the same thing here with my Ragman. That's all good to go. I ran out of printer toner, so this is the Thongor one that's really thin. But so I'll go to the FedEx shipping place and print that out, fill it out here, keep it nice and simple, just like the other ones. Drop that cover on there, and then you gotta just take it to a UPS store or whatever. So there's lots of different ways to ship these. However you want to do it, it's how you do it. But they got their shipping address on their website everywhere very clearly. I tend to be a little, protective of my stuff, so I have some leftover shipping material here. Gonna make a nice little bed. Okay, and gonna drop that guy in there. There you go, and then maybe one more piece, and we'll put in another one and another one. And then I might top it off with this. However you want to do it is how you do it. But you just got to get it to Hushen then. And they'll be good to go. So that will be the next step is I'm shipping these off today. And it probably takes a couple months. I know they said there was an uptick in their work since COVID. People did this crazy. Like they did everything like crazy during COVID. So I'm not sure what the workload is nowadays. But yeah, we'll see. But if you're curious what the next step looks like, you ship this off to them. I believe they send you an email, the one that you include on the order forms, saying we've received your shipment and we're starting to process it now. And then there's what feels like forever. And then they notify you and say, hey, your work's done. Time to pay us. Call us between these hours, and you call them and you pay them, and then they ship it up the next day, and it's there real quick. Like within a week. So that'll be our next thing we do together. So I sent them away to Utica, Nebraska. Godspeed, comic books.